Skip it up and that up. As many of you know, I have been pretty damn harsh on Street Fighter V's lackluster release. It didn't have an arcade mode, it had internet connectivity issues, and it just felt very bare bones and rushed. And it felt like a slap in the face to guys like me who are, I'll have to just say it, casual gamers who don't want to be competitive online and invest a ton of hours to get good at the game. I just don't have them. I have been a fan of the Street Fighter series since 1992, and I feel like all of the time and money I've spent supporting the series is not appreciated, and they slap me in the face. And many other people feel the same way too. Well, Forbes magazine also felt the same way, and they sent an email to Capcom saying, hey, is there going to be an arcade mode? You know, Street Fighter V is kind of bare bones. And this is what Capcom responded with. They replied back to the email saying this: the team is looking into adding an arcade mode, and we'll have more information to share soon. That's it. That's all they said. I just don't understand how in the fighting game genre, where every other fighting game out there has an arcade mode where you don't have to go online and you could play single player, has a single player mode, how Capcom thought, no one's really going to want it. No one's really going to want it. Let me drop an analogy here. Go into a restaurant, okay? And you ask for a sandwich. You see a sandwich you like on the menu. Okay, I'm going to get a sandwich. It's going to have 2 pieces of bread, meat, cheese, whatever the fuck it's going to have in it. You get the sandwich. The waiter puts the sandwich on your table, and all it has is 2 pieces of meat with cheese in the middle. And then you look at him and you say, excuse me, sir, this is a sandwich. Where's the bread? And he goes to you, you wanted bread with your sandwich? It's 2016. We're trying something different, where it's a low carb sandwich. It's, there's no bread here. So, we're just not going to use bread with our sandwiches, even though 99% of places serve bread with their sandwiches, but we're just going to be a little bit different. I could send an email over to the boss and we could look into adding bread to our sandwiches, but don't you feel like a little entitled asking for bread with your sandwich? No, I don't feel entitled. It's a fucking sandwich. 99.9% of other places, whether it be a deli or a classy restaurant, when you get a sandwich, it comes with bread. Why are you shocked that people would expect to get bread with their sandwich? And that same thing applies to a fighting game in the fighting genre. You can't say that people are entitled. I'm not just talking to a hip hop gamer, I'm just talking in general. You can't be shocked, Capcom, that people are angry because you didn't include a mode that every single other fighting game has. And like I've said before, I like fighting games, but I suck dick at them. And I don't want to be competitive. I don't want to drop a ton of money on a controller. I don't have the time to spend hours upon hours online trying to get good. And you can't say, Capcom, oh, Rich, you're out of the age bracket. The median age of gamers in 2015 was 31 years old. Do 31-year-olds have all the time in the world, most of them anyway, to sit there and game and do nothing else to get good to play online? No, they have families, they have lives, they have jobs, and they're like me, and they just want to sit down and casually play online just with their damn gamepad and not worry about getting their ass handed to them on the internet over playing online. That was amazing to me when Hip Hop Gamer said, oh, it's arcade mode with just with other people. Those, I've played online, and I'm sure a lot of you have too. Most of the time, there are people who played. I've played a few matches. Honestly, I haven't played that much because I just got frustrated. People either have hundreds or thousands of matches under their belt, and they just pound me in the ass. And that's not what I want. And I know, especially with all the other articles saying the same thing too, that people in my age bracket don't want to play online. We just wanted to enjoy a new Street Fighter game. You could change the difficulty. You start it easy, then you get better. You go normal, hard, so on and so forth, and just enjoy it. Not everyone's trying to make a career out of fighting competitively online. You know what the saddest thing is going to be? Is if Street Fighter V in the state it's in now, I'm sure they're going to add an arcade mode now that they're being pressured, so on and so forth. If the game sold well out of the gate, this is going to set a new precedent for fighting games now. Oh, we don't need to include an arcade mode. Street Fighter V didn't have one, and it still sold well. And then from here on out, you're going to slowly see other fighting game developers not include an arcade mode because, hey, Street Fighter V is so good without one. And again, another thing is going to be stripped away from gamers who just want to enjoy a game. For everyone saying that we're entitled and we're just negative Nellies and we just like being negative, we're negative because there's way too much bullshit going on in the gaming industry and we're tired of it. Happens once in a while, that's fine, but it happens every single time a new game is released and people are fucking sick of it. That's why they're negative, and they have every right to be so when a basic mode that is included in every other fighting game is stripped away because Capcom just didn't want to spend the development dollars and time on it. It's bullshit and it's unacceptable, and I will complain every time something like this happens. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.